beautiful people. Welcome back to the Miss Best Reviews channel. Let's welcome in James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel, who is helping us to co-host.
Hey,
Welcome
hey,
in.
hey. Thank you for having me. Guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Show my girl some love. We do this and this a lot, especially shows like this.
Please also see the link in the description of this video. There's a link to James's channel. There's a link to some other creators' channel, I believe, because I connected with a lot of creators this week. So there's a link to, let me see, Watch Your Best Friends, our joint channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews, who is here with us now, Shayna_MCD Kiwan JTV, Louis XO, Also Best, Miss Kira Speaks, Sandra, Next Gen. Oh, I'll probably forget his but JB, he in there. Just subscribe to everybody. They all Black. They all have great content. And they all have things that make their channels unique. So let's support each other and keep the conversation going. Good evening to you, Shani. I'm happy to see you. Happy Monday. I hope you are warm over there on the East Coast. Y'all, it'd be cold as hell over there. I'm not used to that. California, it gets cold, but not like that. But this episode is titled Prepare for Arrival. We are on episode 10. It does not feel like we are 10 weeks into this, but apparently we are. So that's kind of a good thing. Shani said, I ain't got no page, but don't forget to shout me out.
Yes, Shani always first up in here showing us some love. Hey, Shani.
We always going to shout Shani out. We appreciate your support, and we enjoy when you come. It makes it that much funner. Y'all, we're going to start with Emma and her wig. Now, this wig, her wig line is pulled down so low that it's right above her eyebrow. But today, it was like crookedly low. I don't know what that's about. I'm tired of Emma. I don't like shallow chicks like this. I feel like she's delusional. She's in the desert in Morocco and Marrakesh, and there's this activity that's out there. It's actually very cheap. Morocco is very cheap to visit for those interested. But she's doing the camel activity where they take you through the desert and you can ride camels through the desert, see the beautiful scenery, eat the tagine food, and do all of these fun things. And then you sleep in a tent and all of that. So Emma gets, they've been there and they're going to do this camel excursion, which is exciting. But she annoys me because every time she talks, she like has to put extra on her voice. Oh, babe. Oh my gosh. Thanks, babe. Oh my God, it's a camel. It's like, girl, you've been to Morocco before. So can you please stop with this act of, oh, I'm just a dainty girl. Oh my God, camel. And why are you in high heels in the desert? And not just in the desert, in the sand dunes. Why are you in high heels?
You asking us what's your ankle? Like,
I mean, my ankles hurt for her. And I just said this in Shayna's live. We were just on Shayna_MCB TV's channel. I did share that on my channel page. So please see the community posts tab. You can watch our live. We just went over Bell Collective season premiere. But I was just saying about Latrice, like, you can find a way to be cute and not wear high heels. And if you don't know how, then you can't dress. You should be able to look good with or without heels. Heels do not define the woman. They look good, but if your feet hurt, your feet hurt. And the rule of heels is always pack some flats with you. At least that's what I do. So I don't understand what Emma's doing, but she complains that her and Ziad are going to have to sleep in separate tents. And I'm getting tired of Emma complaining because she's been to Morocco before. And she has also had explained to her by Ziad, by his friends, and by the country of Morocco that with certain things, if you're not married, you just don't do and they're not going to accept. Public displays of affection, not a big thing in Morocco, also not a big thing in Japan, not a big thing in Indonesia. In a lot of countries in the world, public displays of affection are not something that people are okay with, which is actually considerate of the people who are alone out there, which is why
right.
countries are doing it. But I don't understand why she's acting brand new to this fact. And they move forward, they sleep, and then she gets on my nerves some more because the girl is like, well, we're going to propose. Or I'm hoping he proposes because he's done all of this. Emma, just because you guys had sex once after not getting along for the entirety of your trip does not mean that he is now going to propose. Coochie is powerful, but it's not that powerful. Okay? I don't understand Emma's delusion, James. I don't. But things get awkward. Pretty much all that happens is he plans a dinner for her. They eat tagine. She makes a joke because she's like, "This is all I've eaten while in Morocco," and I'm like, "Well, maybe that's because that's the cuisine that they serve in you. That I mean, order something else if that's the case." But the dinner comes and she's thinking everything's going well, but then she feels like he's acting weird because he gets cold. She gives him her jacket, and he brings out a cake as the final surprise, which I thought was sweet. But Emma is disappointed because there's no proposal, and she decides to talk to Ziad about her disappointment, which is like, can you just say thank you? Can you just say thank you to other things laughing at me? I don't like that. My husband's right next to me. He will tell y'all. It doesn't matter how small or big. If someone does something nice for you, say thank you. That's what you do when you
It's
appreciate.
common sense. It's common sense. She does too much. It's like, girl, I'm about sick of you. No wonder he be looking at you with like the side eye and like he's so disappointed.
Just staring at her like, can I do this? Can I deal with it? And
And
it's
he
like,
and he and he trying to convince himself to say yes every time.
and he shouldn't have to do that. He should be able to say, "Oh, I love everything about her. I can't wait to propose."
Anytime you
But
got to weigh the pros and cons every day of somebody, that's not the person you need to be with. Because
no,
what else can I mean? I just don't know if there's anything like hold it. Like, does he just want to be on TV? Is that what it is? Because I would have left her right at that hotel
let me
and would have
tell
been
you.
gone.
Let me tell you. The way she was tripping, the way she came out the airport with all them bags, complaining about having to walk, I would have left her too. The proposal, though, Ziad showed me that he does have some sense. I do think he's a little bit more mature than her. He says that he liked Emma, but he doesn't trust her. He also feels like she's difficult, as he's expressed prior. But part of why he doesn't trust her is because he says he feels like she's hiding something from him, which lets me know his discernment's okay and on point. And Emma starts to pick up on the fact that Ziad might feel like, okay, this chick is hiding stuff from me. And she finally talks to him and is like, I haven't been fully honest with you. She lets him know it's not her first time in Morocco, that she was just in Morocco only a year prior, and that she was in Morocco to see another man in the exact same city that she's seeing the current man in. She then further tells him, oh, and I got engaged here last year. If you were just engaged a year ago, you should not be engaged a year later. That is too fast and that is too soon. And if people don't like it, I'm sorry. If people don't agree with it, we are all entitled to our own opinions. But those of us that want relationships that work are not going to be engaged to someone and then 365 days later be engaged to someone else. How? Like, just the timeline. How? That means you had to have started dating if you're actually engaged to someone you might know and fall in love with. That means you had to be with them from the moment you left your last one, which is crazy because how important was the last one if you were able to move on so fast? So I don't know why she thought this would help to tell him. But then she goes, and the guy I was engaged to, it didn't go well. We split up for a short time. I went on a dating app trying to catch him talking to somebody else, and that's when I met you. But then he wanted to get back with me, so I ghosted you. I said, so you were only on the dating app to catch your current man doing something else, but you said you went back to him. But how did you go back to him if you were on the app trying to catch him? How can you catch someone in something that you're not with? So that means that you were with him. There wasn't a breakup. You were probably just going through a rough time. And because you were going through a rough time, you decided to go talk to somebody else. Just keep it a buck. Just keep it a buck, Emma. Stop lying to everybody. But Ziad is basically going to be trying to figure out how to process this. And Emma is like, I still want my engagement. Girl, that man ain't proposing to you. He not. No man.
He would be an idiot if he did. Like, if this man really do get on one knee on a cord and propose to this woman after all of this, and then I feel like that's not the end of the road for her. I feel like there's more things in between. He would be an idiot to propose because what does he know about you? Like everything
than
you
the
did,
fact
you
that you
lied.
lied.
So yeah, like that's one thing every cast member on this show has in common. They all lie. And they lie about stupid oh, I can't. I can't. They all of them lie. I don't understand how anybody has any success of actually finding someone when everyone starts off with lying. Like crazy.
Child, I cannot. Let me catch these comments, y'all, because 90 days been gone for a while. So I know a lot of us are like bursting with things that we want to say. She says she got a Stacy wig. Stacy's wig is better because Stacy's wig looks like quality. Emma's wig is like the thickest, that cheap hair you used to see sold at Walmart or Sally Beauty Supply.
Mhm.
That's what Emma's wig give me is made from, just straight synthetic. I bet if I
So,
smoked a blunt near it, it would just go up in the flames.
I'm surprised at how hot it is. It ain't flammable there. Shit.
You know what? Right. All it takes is the sun to reflect off
But
a mirror or
and
something.
she looked like she goofy enough to put hairspray in it. So yeah.
She was looking for oil. She was like, "Where can I buy oil?" I said, "Emma, just wear your own hair."
Wear your hair. I'm sure it's nice.
She said, "Does she sound like the chick in that movie Valley Girl from back in the day?" A little bit,
A little
actually.
bit. Yeah, she does. A little
I
bit.
haven't heard anybody mention that movie in a while.
Right.
Let me see here. She said, "Yeah, because I don't want to see all that lovey-dovey mess." Yeah, a lot of countries, like American culture, is so different compared to like most of the world, which says something about us. Is all
Well,
I'm saying.
because the foundation of marriage is so skewed here that
It
it's
is.
just it's like, yeah, that's why it's like that.
She said, "Order some chicken. Everywhere got chicken. It's safe." Hey.
Yeah, right.
Daddy says, "Yo, what up, twin?" And hello to twin's husband. Hello, brother Joe. He says hello. He is right next to me. He says hello. I don't know if y'all hear him.
We heard
Uh,
him.
oh, not that sound like hoe activity, Lord.
You do.
It is though. It is. Nobody moves on that fast. If you engage, you're supposed to be in love. Ain't nobody moving on that fast. And then you go back to the same place to do the same thing with the same type of man from the same country
It
in the
clearly
same
doesn't work. Like if
like
you like, why are you doing the same thing to get a different result?
insanity.
Yeah.
She is literally the definition of insanity. As Rose City has said, "Hi, Rose. Insanity. Why does she need to be married in the first place? She is a wackadoodle."
Because wackadoodles her age are married in California, in Southern California, where she's from.
Yeah, Emma
Yeah.
that's why she's not married, because she's wacky. There's something wrong with her. There's something really,
No,
really
she just
wrong
wants
with
a particular man based on like a image they have of Moroccan men in LA. Like they do have like a certain image about them.
the Moroccan men in LA. You do not need to compare to the men in Morocco, because there is a reason that they left Morocco. Like they are going
I know
against
that
the
she
grain.
don't know that.
No,
She
I
don't
know.
know
That's what
that.
I'm
Yeah.
saying for Emma. Like they're going against the grain of the culture that they were raised on. So for
Hmm.
her to go to Morocco, wanting a Moroccan man that acts like a man in LA is crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
because it's like it's actually going to be the opposite. You would actually want him to be from LA. It'd be like maybe first or second generation, but
And Emma get me because she claims that the reason she's dating these men is because I haven't had the best luck with American men. So you go and date men in Morocco and you have bad luck there too, because Ziad don't like you and Muhammad couldn't make it work either. So at what point
she
do you say Moroccan men are not for me and men just suck? Maybe in every country. And you got to just wait and be patient and filter till you find the right one for
well,
you.
it's like they're not doing what you want them to do. Is because they're indoctrinated in their culture. She needs someone that's Americanized that maybe will push the envelope
An
against his.
American man don't want her either, though. Let me just tell y'all this. She is definitely wacky based on that wig. I knew something was wrong. She's, babe, the whole Rose. I wanted to throw and fight the television and the speaker that makes the noise come out of it, because she's, oh my gosh, babe, fight. Like it drives me crazy. I can't stand her voice. It make my teeth itch. But Emma and Ziad are not together, I believe, in real time. So we'll see. And she still got that wig on. And the makeup and stuff, girl, just look like your twin sister. Because I cannot. I can't. But we're gonna get into the next couple, which is Forrest and Sheena, are people with the fake storyline. At the tell-all, they better question them about why there are pictures from 2013, 23, however the hell long ago. Y'all better motherfucking question them on why they have met before. Because this is supposed to be before the 90 days. We're supposed to be seeing you meet for the first time, preparing to get your K1 visa. And everything with Forrest and Sheena has been BS. Like, I'm tired of it. Now,
Me too.
Forrest is slow and somewhat shady. I would also like to point that out. Now, allegedly, word on the curb, if y'all go check out the TLCT, is that Forrest is a difficult person. Forrest has complaints from landlords, criminal complaints, has been arrested, all sorts of crazy stuff. Forrest has just been running amok in Oregon. Keep him there. Do not come to California, Forrest. We do not want you. But Forrest is now saying he doesn't care about the fact that Sheena lied to him about taking care of her parents and saving money. Now he says that he still wants to propose to her because she's told the truth, and because she's told the truth about lying about everything. Now there's going to be magical dandelions and happy deers, and you know, Mufasa did not die in The Lion King, and James is going to be a millionaire. That's how it is in Forrest. That's how it is in his brain. So
Well, hey, Forrest, I ain't mad at that last part. So if you do dream that for me, yes, let me be a millionaire right now.
in Forrest's brain, everybody gets their delusional dreams to come true. Like, I don't like Forrest. I just don't. Like, I'm starting to like him less and less. Um, why are you planning to propose to a woman when you ain't got no job and you is eyeing her wallet, her pocketbook, the money she worked for from her education that she studied for, that her family covered? All your mama got you, Forrest, was an SSI check, maybe with the payee. So don't go trying to control and marry Sheena when you can't even afford more than the $889 a month that you get. And government, go look into that, because how the hell he got a smart house on $889 a month? That's all I'm gonna say. As it relates to
I told you he ain't paying no more than $200 for that space in that little
I
double
came
wide.
with Shani in these comments. She said, Forrest, is his life like a box of chocolate?
Well,
Oh
in some
God.
cases, I mean, you don't know what you about to get with Forrest. Like, and that's what's so crazy about it. See, because I went into this, even though Sheena is full of shit. She full of shit. She really is. But at the same time, she has more to lose than he does. And usually, from what I'm seeing in these experiences, that's not how it's supposed to be. So it's like, and that's what makes me mad at Molly. I'm sure you'll get there in just a minute.
Yeah, he tells Molly he wants to propose, and Molly reminds him, she said, listen, son, you autistic. I said,
I said, well,
but you know what?
damn.
That's what your mama is. She's doing her job as a mom. I feel a way about Molly. I don't like that she was like, when he turned 18, I took him to the sex store. That's weird. But she's doing her job as a mom. People with autism do process differently. Their discernment works differently. Their cognitive processes are just opposite in some ways of ours. It doesn't mean that they are less intelligent. But with certain stuff like being able to be a good judge of character, they may struggle, they may be too trusting. And Molly says that to Forrest, and he seemed to receive it. And oh, Louis XO, what's popping? Welcome in. This is an artist we used to do reactions for you guys. And based on that poll, some of y'all want the reactions back. So me and Mr. Best are discussing bringing some music reactions back. But yeah, subscribe to Louis XO. Check out his music. He's on SoundCloud. Let me see here. He does not seem disabled to me. I can see it, but I've worked with people like this straight out of college. So I learned to, kind of pay attention to different things. He doesn't seem disabled. He would be what's considered high functioning, a person who is high functioning with autism. There's low functioning, high functioning, mid functioning. It seems like Molly probably did a lot of the therapies and treatments with behavioral therapy for him. Because if people intervene early on for their kids, they can, like you just said, seem not disabled and entirely normal. I don't think he needs that check. And even with the disability check, you can be working a certain number of hours per month. So Forrest is lazy, and that ain't got nothing to do with autism. The nigga just don't want to work. But if we being honest, but they talk to we then see Sheena talk to her dad because Molly is like, oh my God, nothing's working with this boy. And Sheena's dad was kind of like, well, why would you lie? And Sheena says that she lied because she told Forrest that she had been saving money so they could apply for the visa for Sheena to come to the US, and she hadn't been saving money. And I'm like, okay, Sheena, your lies don't make sense, but you're sticking to it. So I'm just going to say that's what it is. And then her dad starts to look shady and was talking about, well, he has to understand that in our culture, you have to take care of us.
Mm.
There's a huge Filipino population in the Bay Area. My best friend, shout out to Nevin Paul, is Filipino. I don't understand this. He helps his mother, will do whatever, but in terms of money, his money is his money, and his mom would not feel comfortable taking his money. The fact that Sheena's family is comfortable taking her money when they don't actually need it is disgusting and foul. That doesn't have anything to do with culture. That has to do with it seem like making a baby and expecting your baby to take care of you. And that's not how it works.
Mm.
That's not how it works at all. So I looked at her dad and I was like, but in front of Forrest and them, you was like, no, we never asked for nothing. We don't expect her to give. But the moment away from that table that you got your daughter alone, now you telling her no, even though you're supposed to leave and cleave and go get married, you need to still take care of us. That's unrealistic and unfair, and probably why Sheena is single at 40, even though she seems sweet.
Well, no, it also is why she's so conflicted and so emotional because it's indoctrinating her and she knows it's not really the right thing to do. And she has this goal to get to the US. I don't understand why she don't just say, look, let me take about a break for about 5-6 months. Let me get over there, get married. And when I get a job, then I will kick in back because the money's going to be worth more in the US than it is in the Philippines. So let me just do it like that. I don't know why she just won't push back just a little. I guess you're not supposed to push back towards your parents and their culture. But I'm thinking like this. If I know I can make money in a different area and my family needs it, I'm going to be like, hey, y'all going to have to hold off for about 6 to 9 months. Let me get established and I will send money back because it's more. Like that's what I would think she would do. But the fact that she's so timid and it's just so emotional,
it's pathetic.
Yeah,
she needs to woman up because ain't this many motherfuckers gonna have a claim to my check that I work for?
Right.
Okay, not my mama, not my daddy, not my auntie, not my husband, not my uncle, not my friends. It's my check. I had to work for it. So therefore, all of these people having an opinion is crazy. And I know that's because we in America, but ooh, no, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But they get to leaving the wherever they're at, her family's property, which is also a bed and breakfast. And Forrest speaks with Sheena's dad outside, and the rain just start going. I said, that's why I can't live in these islandy places because I'm scared of lightning. I am scared of lightning. And the way that thunder and lightning, I was nervous and at home. I do not like lightning. I'm a big baby when it comes to it. I don't know why, but thank God for California. We don't get it too often. But they're talking, and Forrest talks about he wants a joint account. I said, how are you going to tell the woman you want to marry's dad that you want a joint account when you don't work so that her money can go into it? And her dad spoke up, and I did agree with the dad. Why do you need a joint account if you're not married? And Forrest says that the money is needed so that she can be considered for a visa. They have to have a certain amount in their account. Sheena picked shady men because her dad was shady, and so is 40. Not 40, Lord. Forrest. Lord, I'm over here quoting E40. I'm from the Bay. I can't help it. Louis XO said, it's my money, and I need it now. Now that song's going to be stuck in my head. JG Wentworth. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Look, they singing the song in the chat. 877 cash now. Oh Lord.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, Louis XO threw me off. That was funny. But everybody's shady. Everybody's fucking shady. But did you want to add anything to these people?
And yeah, I want to add everybody is shady. I feel like, to me, once again, Sheena, like Mrs. Best said, you need a woman up. Like at the end of the day, your family not finna disown you just because you ain't kicking over 2 or 3 of your checks in a month. So just Be like, look, y'all gonna be all right. There's enough money in the savings that y'all have now. I'm opening up my own stuff because I'm trying to get to America, be with this man, and start my own practice or do like. I just don't understand. I just don't understand her. She want to cry at every cue, and it's like, ma'am, cut
Now
that
she,
crying out. Like
the way
it's
she be breaking down into tears
yeah, it's like,
as
girl, if you
somebody
don't
has
get
passed away, you would think that she got filled with the Holy Ghost in the Baptist church. Yeah, I mean, Sheena be breaking out into tears as if something has really happened. I said, "What the fuck wrong with you, bitch? Stop crying."
right, stop crying. Like every time you cry, I'm gonna think you lying.
I want to
Like
do like Molly when Sheena started crying and Molly said, don't start them tears.
put that napkin down
Put
and,
that napkin
and
down.
put that napkin and focus. Now,
Never seen nobody break out into tears. I would be, if my mother-in-law did that, if I broke out into tears. She's like, put that napkin down. You focus. Like, it's funny. My mother probably would do that if I would start to cry on some bullshit.
oh my
She'd
gosh.
like, Nina, get it together. Lord help us.
Oh man, that was funny.
Okay, now we got to talk about our gambler, Beer Con. They over in Turkey.
Oh god.
I feel like he owes the mob or something. Like the
I
way that
told you it's yes. It is definitely given. You definitely owe somebody. It's not so much it's credit cards and loans from a bank. It feels like he owes somebody and he on the run. That's why he don't have a steady address. That's why he don't have a
he
steady
don't
job
got
because they
no
will find
address,
him.
nothing, which is so strange.
Yes, that they will find him. That's why he don't have it. Word of mouth travel fast in that country. So I'm sure that's why he's trying to hurry get his ass to the US. Because then at that point, that person ain't finna drive way out to the US. They can't. So
Especially with this administration. Good luck.
right.
You not
Exactly.
you not getting
You ain't coming over. You ain't getting up in here. So you might as well just let it go and let
let
it
it
be
go,
that.
Beer Con. They deporting Americans with citizenship.
Right.
Okay. Let it
Yes,
go.
for real. Yeah, like honestly, you better off listen. And I think if you told her you on the run, because she's stupid enough to probably be like, okay, well, let's hurry and get you a ticket so you can come on and yeah, like, because she look. I love what is her name again?
Laura.
Laura, I love. I was going to call her. I don't know why you want to call her Kathy, but Laura looked that dumb. She do. She looks that stupid. I'm sorry. I love her. I do. I think she's so sweet and cute, but she's stupid. She just
She
is.
is. She's just sweet and cute, and most stupid
Yes.
bitches are. Uh, but Laura says, I think BeerCon has a gambling problem. No shit, bitch. If anybody tells you that they are gambling every single day, whenever they can, whenever they get money, they have a problem. They have a problem. Because, see, let me tell y'all how I am in Vegas. I take my $20 bill and I go to the ATM and I break that bitch into $4 $5 bills. And then I go to machines and I put 5 to 10 in each. And when it's gone, it's gone. And then I'll be mad. And I'll still sit at the machine so they bring me a free drink because I spent $20 and I'm gonna get something. You know what I'm saying? That is how a person who does not have a gambling problem thinks, okay? And I don't care how y'all feel. Yes, I'm cheap as hell. Me and Mr. Best be side-eyeing the damn slot machines when we travel, and we only touch them when we have a feeling, and it works. Because one time I put $5 in a shop machine and I got 1,500 back. So you ain't got to do like Beer Con. Be smart. Think on it. Right. Let them know, Louis. Quit while you are ahead. This fool said he gamble every day. How you got your female to send you $200 to $500 from America? You in Turkey, so that dollar stretches further. He said he
Yes.
gambled it all and was able to pay the rent. Pay the rent where? You don't have a house. Who the fuck did you pay? BeerCon is all sorts of red flags, but he uses his male anatomy to shut Laura up. Have you noticed that every time she questions him about something, he's bringing her on a date and dicking her down?
Yep.
Sorry if you're under 18, leave. Don't have sex if you're under 18. Be abstinent. I've done my part, but you shouldn't be in this live. I understand dick is powerful. It is powerful, but don't be using your man part to get people to be quiet and stuff, BeerCon. You ain't right. And she mentions to us that her trust issues are deep-seated. So She's 47. Birkan is, what is he, like 20 something?
It's like 25 or 26, somewhere around that age. He's significant. She old enough to have him, pretty
Oh
much.
no. If she likes it, okay, good for her. But she explains that her trust issues with men have been so bad because when she was 21 years old, she got married. We saw her wedding pictures and all of these crazy things. And it looks like her husband not only cheated on her, but when they divorced, he drained their bank account. She said he took what little money we had, it was gone with the next chick. That broke her trust, which I can understand. It's one thing to get cheated on, but then on top of being cheated on, he took all your money. You must not have been able to afford a divorce attorney at that time, because I would have been telling my attorney, you better tell the judge this and show the withdrawal and call the bank. I would have been fighting for his retirement. You want to drain our bank account? Now what, bitch? I'm coming for everything you got.
Okay.
I need alimony. I need it all.
I need it all. Garnish wages. I mean, you know what? And if he get a job on the tables, garnish that bank account. So I'm trying to tell you, I would have had it. I would have had it all.
I'm on your ass.
Like, cause you ain't finna take what money we put in our savings account to go use for the next. No, that's not about to happen like that.
Mm-mm. See, the colorless are different, because a Hispanic or a Black woman, we wouldn't have played that. And if I can't get my get back legally in court, I'm calling my cousins. And I got a lot of cousins. I'm calling them. And they know I don't call for much. So if I call my cousin,
we could either get it from his checking account voluntarily, or his insurance policy, involuntary manslaughter. Which one's gonna be?
In that order.
Shout out to Tyler Perry.
I did call a cousin on the ex that I had back before I got with Best the Best. That man's still scared. So don't play.
No, luckily I've had generous exes, so I had to go through that stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there's no way. I'm sorry, Laura. God damn it! I was going to call you Kathy again.
You could call her Kathy. She looked like Kathy Hilton.
She do. She do like Kathy Hilton. Yeah, she like Kathy Hilton to me. She do, and I'm telling you. No, because Kathy ain't this stupid. So
Kathy Hilton is not this stupid. Laura, is this what's wrong with our education system? They said she's a 5th grade teacher. Hell, I hope this shit don't rub off on the kids. But Laura and Birkan, not much happened with them. She tells us the story of when she divorced. He took her on a boat. And this how James is right in his statement that Laura probably wouldn't care if he's on the run, because she was like, oh my gosh, it's hard to stay mad at Birkan when he's dropping dick off and booking private boats on the Aegean Sea. This is true. But when your man tells you he has no job, no house, no apartment, no couch, nowhere to live, how the fuck did you book a private boat on the sea with alcohol and food?
It was given, Lord, check your credit card to see the pending transactions, please.
Like, what is going on? And then she's like, do I even want to know how much this costs? He's like, she doesn't want to know. So if you could come up with all this money to put her on a boat to where she don't want to know how much it costs, nigga, why couldn't you come up with the down payment for an apartment, a studio, a rented room?
As I keep trying to tell you, this man is on the run. He bold for coming on TV.
Who comes on like this?
He bold for coming on TV, because to me, all those signs lead to you not trying to be found. So why are you coming on television where someone can find your ass?
When he told her that the only the debts don't matter if he moves to America. That's
when I know you running from somebody. That ain't no credit. That you running from somebody, because credit still follows you. That still follows you. So I'm still trying to figure out. Oh yeah, you running from somebody. That's all it is.
He is definitely running from somebody or something. Whatever it is, Laura, you need to be checking his phone, his accounts. You need to be checking his social security card. If he, whatever they got out there, I want you to do a full background check. You need to do an ancestry test on him, grab a strand of hair while he sleep. You need to do everything that you can for this man.
Not a strand of hair.
You think this is why it's good somebody married me, because Geminis don't trust shit as it is. I'd be taking strands of hairs, saliva, keeping cups, whatever it takes to find out who you really are. I would do it. People be crazy. Shetty said, is she smarter than a fifth grader?
Nope.
No. A fifth grader would know
No,
better.
no. Here's the thing: she book smart, but she ain't got no fucking common sense. That's just what it is.
I
Like
tell
she,
people
no, like
all
she
the
book smart for
time,
sure.
I'm in graduate school. There are doctors and professors, and some of the most intelligent people I work with, doctors, lawyers, all of that. These people be smart as fuck in their profession, but remember, a degree in education only affords you the intelligence of that specific field of study, not the rest of life and the world and people. So she needs to go back to school and study herself.
She need to do something.
Because if she could lose all that weight naturally, she could do a lot. I just want her to put that energy into something else. Shetty said, if your man tells you he has nothing, why is he still your man?
Once again, Laura is book smart. She just ain't got no fucking common sense. Because ain't no way that man would have been able to tell me no shit like that. First of all, if James is gonna go on 90-day fiance before the 90 days, I ain't getting no motherfucker I gotta send money to. That's the first thing. And the second thing, I'm going to your house. I'm looking at how you live, and I get expectation is, and let's see, in the one country I would love to do 90-day fiance with, my kind is not allowed in that country. And what I mean by that kind, not me being black, me being gay. Because if I'm going to do a 90-day fiance, I would love to do it in Dubai, where I know somebody got some shit.
Just find somebody in one of the countries surrounding it. Because it seemed like the people who be out there, they travel a lot anyway. I love Dubai. Shout out to I just thought of her because my mother-in-law. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Kathy said no common sense, right? He got to have something. Whatchamacallit? Our old hair lady, Patrice. Someone I know through my mother-in-law who does hair, trims my end. She just came back from Dubai. Dubai is actually a lot more affordable than I thought for people to go to.
Yeah, absolutely. You was telling me about it.
I thought I needed
I'm ready to go.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars to get to Dubai. Nope. If you want to eat at the places that we saw them eat at on Housewives of Dubai, you might. But if you want to go for...
Okay, so we need to save for plan in action to save for next year. So next PTO, save for next year, we going to Dubai.
2029. No, 2030. I actually have trips planned for each year.
Damn.
Don't judge me, y'all. Listen.
She don't wait till I'm old. I might get there before that shit.
If you gotta go without me, go. And I'm gonna tell you, like you told me, bring me back a salt and pepper shaker if you can find it. Maybe don't ask me. I cannot find one for the life of me. When I was in Mexico, me and Josiah was looking around, and then it started raining and thundering. I said, "Oh shit, it may not happen."
Yes.
Get a motherfucker that wants to spend some money just cause. I feel like if a man likes you, he'll spend the money. Like my husband's exes, one of them I'm cool with still to this day. And she was like, he was cheap, but he had a job. And I'm like, I don't have that problem. So I feel like if a man likes you enough, he'll spend the money.
Oh yeah, he gonna spend the money. Absolutely. He gonna spend the money, or a shot glass. Shot glass would be fine too. But when I go, like, to me, if I do 90-day before the 90 days, that's the only country I'm going to. One, I think Emirati men are fine, so that's why I said they got the aesthetic. They got the aesthetics. They got the money. They got the class. That is where I need to be. I just wish the day they ever legalize homosexuality, I am moving to Dubai.
That's crazy. Like, who you fuck? Even legal or not, but
right. like that's anybody's business. You can't fuck in that country in public anyway. You're supposed to know. So
right.
That's all. It's so backwards, but whatever. That ain't none of my business. I don't run that country. I don't know that. I'm just saying. It just seems like that law is that law seemed like it was there to protect somebody specifically from being outed. So hey, it is what it is.
I hear that a lot of people from Dubai go to Bali for relief, and I will be there this year. So if I'm gonna be looking for your husband somewhere,
yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah,
I'll call you. What's your social security number? What's your credit score? What country do you originate from? We gonna be.
Are you married? Do you got wives?
Wives.
I don't say. Yeah, you got to ask. Because they'll say no. Then turn around. I got Nika, Shika, and Quita all in the line.
Nika, Shika, and Quita. You on timeout. Y'all, let's talk about James's favorite 90-day couple since we
Oh Lord.
introduced them. And I appreciate James for this because he introduced me to Love and Marriage Huntsville, Bell Collective, shows I would never watch if not being on his channel. And now he's here for me. So I appreciate that. But we have to talk about Lisa and Daniel.
Oh God.
I Lisa and Daniel.
No, this is gonna be hard as hell because this is the most goofiest
Y'all, I
shit
be
I've
trying
ever.
so hard not to get canceled on the internet. And I feel like this is a test. Like, this is a test. This is a
It
test.
is, y'all. This is terrible. This is
Let me
terrible.
get a
This,
picture of my good sis Lisa. I just found
they
one
should
of them.
not. They should not be on TV at all. Because let I tell you, y'all, Lisa is crazy. It did. Daniel with this
put her picture
gaslighting.
on
I
the
can't.
screen.
I cannot. I cannot with
Lisa is
him.
actually crazy though. Like when I'm looking at her picture, I'm finna load it. Let me see if it'll work. Let me see. Let me see. I gotta get. It
Oh,
says
but
it's
it's
on
the
the screen at the top.
is that on the screen?
Child. Let's see.
StreamYard acting slow.
Oh, it just showed it. Come back, Lisa. I need to get her because
You wrong for it. Ooh, child.
shit. I don't care. Hold on, let me get her.
Who took this picture? Why did y'all freeze a screenshot this particular?
No, this is a picture on a website because I know a lot of people are here catching up on the show just like they don't watch it. They just be watching my live. So I want y'all to understand why me and James struggle when it comes.
Right.
I'm in tears. My glass is fogging up. Wait. Chetty said WTF. This is Lisa. This is who we've been talking about, y'all. This is Lisa. Look, Rose City said I could hear her voice.
And I'm just not sure if I need to leave Daniel. I need to know before I get married, before I leave.
I said, Lisa,
girl, listen.
Why did she put this wig on?
The fact that you still wearing the wig after you need to let your hair breathe. The fact that man could control that aspect of you where you told him my hair needs to breathe, Daniel, it needs to breathe. The fact that you didn't wait and put the wig back on your head after you done told him this because he clowned you for your short hair.
And now she doing this half up, half down thing. Cause y'all see, listen, I'm gonna get my hair braided this week. So don't judge my new growth, but y'all see how I got edges coming out of shit that it shouldn't come out of. Lisa's has scabs and wounds and scars. It looked like someone completed some sort of procedure and medical procedure along the where her hairline should be because it ain't there no more. And I just want Lisa, this is men stress you out in general. I'm with a man. Most of us here date men. James dates men. Men are stressful. They are. You don't need to add to that stress by putting a wig on your head because he probably caused your hair to fall out all by himself. He don't need the help of a wig. And I know that she lives in Pennsylvania. There are Black people there. Shout out to Naya, my thugging cousin. And I know that Lisa has a Black friend somewhere that could guide her in this hair. My friends that aren't Black, when they want to, try our styles, I send them to someone who will help them do it right. I don't know, but Lisa's questioning Daniel's intentions. Now,
the audacity.
Lisa, the reason we saying the audacity is because Lisa is, what is she, 59? Daniel's only 40, 42.
He just turned. He's still 39, about to turn 40. He said he ain't made to 40 yet.
So she's robbing the cradle, y'all. And and Daniel, like, I understand dating a clear woman. You get where I'm coming from? Like, I understand Daniel claims that he is with Lisa because his mother was saved by a white man in a war in Africa and said that she wants him to marry a white woman from America specifically, apparently. But this is not the white woman that a young Black man in his 30s,
about to go into a new decade of life, 40. This is not the man that goes and gets somebody like Lisa. This is the man that comes to Phoenix, Arizona, and go get him a Kaylee, because at least Kaylee is his age, and that's what he. Then that's how they do it out here. That's how they do it out
to
here.
be present with Lisa. He ain't got to have no kids. He could still move around. He was probably thinking that he would get taken care of. I'm glad that she's starting to slowly figure it out. But Lisa says her biggest question for Daniel is if he really loves her. And I would like everybody who has to ask that question, you can probably answer it on your own just by having to ask it. If you have to wonder if someone loves you,
because they probably don't.
Yeah,
it's very obvious. You know when somebody loves Lisa, you done been around the block. You have been with women who I am sure has shown you the pick of. I'm sure Lisa was the problem in those marriages. Like, because she gives me, she was the problem.
Thank you, Shani. That's a man that needs a green card. Daniel ain't slick, and I think that's what he wanted to say because they showed the preview for next week where he's gonna learn that Lisa's still married and to a woman, and he was like, she says I am a scammer, but is she this? I think he wanted to say, so we both scamming.
He needed to say it because it's obvious, because there's no way you think Lisa is cute. Like, I'm sorry, like, she's not ugly by any means, but when we're talking about a sexual attraction,
granny.
She looked like somebody granny that baked cookies on Sunday and be ready to the neighborhood.
Like not the grandmas today.
No, not hot ass grandmas and shit. Yeah. Right, not that. No.
The grandmothers that
like Mama's Family. She just got the wrong wig on. That's all. She looked like Mama Harper from Mama's Family. That's exactly what she looked like. And I'm sorry, like Daniel, no, he wrong. And the reason why he went older is because you can manipulate them more, especially when they had no man in a long time. They're easier to manipulate. Yes, they're easier.
Agreeable, and that's messed up, y'all. Like let's respect our seniors, even when it comes to not dating them when we shouldn't. Like, don't do that.
Right.
So Lisa's kicking it in the pool, kicking her feet in the pool because if she gets in, that wig will come off and her scars on her hairline will get chlorine in them. So all she can do is kick her feet in the Nigerian heat in the pool. I just thought of something funny in African, but I'm not gonna say it because if anybody African watched this, I'm caught. But Daniel comes down and he's like, "Baby, where were you? I was in the shower. I come out, you're not there." And Lisa goes, "Oh, I just wanted to let you shower." And I'm like, "Did you shower, Lisa? Because if you came down here because he was in the shower," and clear people, they don't always. Ever since Serena told us that her man didn't use washcloths, please get in the shower. But they're talking, and pretty much she questions him about the clear woman. So word on the curb is that Daniel is talking to younger white women in America in addition to talking to Lisa. Lisa found this information out before she landed in Nigeria, but still decided to come, which is the strangest thing ever. Daniel didn't admit to shit. He said, "I didn't see it, I didn't heard it, I didn't do it, I don't know it, I don't speak the language." He said, "I ain't got nothing to do with it." And when she showed him the picture of the woman, I knew that he knew that woman that had hit her up. But he said, "I'm not saying shit until you come at me with proof." Dude, you're caught. Like, why would you then want the proof to be right there? But Lisa gets fed up with him and crashes out. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, Lisa's crash outs are funny.
Yeah, no, because you're trying to make it seem I'm gonna go away, Daniel. I'm going upstairs.
And she walks upstairs and separates from him. He comes in the room after some time and she messages the lady, and the lady hits her back and is like, "Yeah, he definitely was talking to me, but I don't have these screenshots still." I feel like the lady has no reason to keep them and probably only had them to show to Lisa, like, "Hey, I'm trying to warn you." Like, so I can understand that, and I respect the lady for that. But Lisa, you can go in your deleted photos, your junk. You can go, if you have an iPhone, into the message history click the little arrow next to the person's name. It'll show you every picture that was sent between the both of you, even if it's been deleted. So Lisa, I want you, this is why you got to stop trying to lie to your daughter and involve her and stuff. This is why older people need to not always try to be preaching to younger people and sometimes listen to us, because the same way we can gain wisdom from you, you can gain some from us too.
Right.
The younger person would have found them fucking messages. I believe it without a shadow of a doubt. But Lisa didn't know what she was doing in that phone. She's emotional. That wig was suffocating her hairline. She's going through a lot at once. And the lady essentially tells Lisa, you are crazy to marry him, because Lisa messages her back and it's like,
I'm just really hoping to see the pictures because I just really want to know because I'm considering
marrying him. And the lady, she said verbatim, you crazy as hell, girl, to marry him. And Daniel walks in the room and Lisa shows him the text and he finally admits to knowing the woman. And then he apologizes for hurting her and admits that he was trying to date an American woman. Now we're going to see more of what happens with them next week. But TLC, you really did your, I don't even know what to call it. Y'all did your big one with Lisa and Daniel. This is the most ignorant stuff that I've ever watched.
I mean, the most.
I've never seen a scam go in both directions.
I mean, say a lot of for the people in the back. When that fool said, wait a minute, show me her picture again. Oh, okay, yeah, that she looked different than the profile picture. That wasn't the same girl. She looked different.
But she asked you if you was talking to different women, not just this women specifically.
I said, Daniel, you ain't shit. I swear. That shit had me on the floor.
Shots out his head. It's getting on my nerve. His haircut. He needs to comb his hair and run some oil through it. His hair looked drier than the desert that he living in. It do.
Oh my God, that was way too funny. I'm sorry. I can't either. They got to go.
And in real time, Lisa is dating another Nigerian man.
Yep.
She's not with Daniel no more. Now she got another young tenderoni, and this was even younger. I said, Lisa's family, just give up, y'all. Let her.
She must have loved being on TV. I promise you, she must have loved it because she's trying to get back on the show. That's all that is.
Family members, you got to just, everybody got someone in the family who's like, when they make a choice, you just like, oh yeah, that's just what JoJo or Moo do. That's just how Mookie is. That's it. Everybody got that family member. That's Lisa. Bless her heart.
Not this.
I cannot, y'all. We hope that everybody likes and subscribes to the video. We do have another 90-day live that we're gonna do because, like a fool, I did pick up 90-day the single life as well.
Wait. Are we forgetting somebody?
No, I'm not done.
Oh, I thought you were into the live. I'm like,
no.
I was like, wait, but I have notes here. I'm
there's still people left. There's a lot of people left. We only got into 2 people. I'm just letting people know in general we're covering 90 Day the Single Life as well. It does air tonight and we'll cover it tomorrow.
My bad. Wait, I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, wait a minute. I got Jovan. I got.
You are correct. I cannot. That was funny. Let me see. If she get in that pool, I should have put my glasses back on, but I keep laughing. So excuse my squinting. If she gets in that pool, that's her bath. Oh. I kind of believe that with Lisa. She just, the way she showered in that airport bathroom, she was too comfortable doing that. I feel like she does that often.
You know what it reminded me of? It was this. You ever see that movie Monster with Charlize Theron?
Yes. I love that movie, actually.
There's a scene when she was in the bathroom wiping herself. And that's what Lisa was doing.
I know.
Oh,
that's a great movie.
That is a great movie, yes. You guys.
Movie. One of my favorites, I think, ever made. I love that movie because I'm weird. Let me see. Shandy said he been listening to Shaggy. It wasn't him. Dry even after getting out of the water. It be that way. It's that hot in Africa though, so It is that hot in Africa. But that's all that really happened with Lisa and Daniel. Next week will be the meat and potatoes, as James calls it, of Lisa and Daniel, I think, and I'm looking forward to it based on them previews. When she put her face in her hands and was crying, when she realized, damn, I'm just as bad as him, I can't get mad about nothing.
I mean, she could. I mean, she could get mad. Okay, here's the thing: she could get mad to some degree, but understand he could get mad at you too for the shit you're withholding because you're blocking his access of his original goal of coming to America to be married to you, and you still married to somebody else. It's like sweet tea and the baby. You can't give him no baby, and I mean, like seriously, like if you got all these issues right now.
The mess that is the best. Anna and Jovan. I really want to call him Jovan, but that's because of Giovanna from Housewives of Atlanta years ago.
Gail is her name.
I know, but I'm
Y'all know I don't like that lady. So yes.
I don't like her either, honestly. Housewives of Atlanta will be back too, you guys. They did release their teaser finally, even though it wasn't a trailer. But Housewives of Atlanta will be back. When it does come back, that is something that is covered on James's channel. So please be on the lookout for that. I'll also be sharing the live or collaborating with him once we figure it. YouTube got new features. We'll figure it out. But be on the lookout for that. Anna and Jovan are going to see Anna's house. So they go through Manila to another small town in the Philippines, and people were staring at Jovan, and it was making him comfortable or uncomfortable because he's probably not used to being stared at like that, but they've never seen you before. She lives in a small local community. You're outside of Manila, so which is like one of the big touristy places people go. So they're probably curious. And her mother runs a local store in their neighborhood, so they probably know a lot of people. And she lives next door to her mom, which I think is adorable. But Jovan sees the house and he was very negative. And I also didn't like that he alluded that Filipino people were not used to seeing Black people, when I think of all the Asian cultures, they're probably the one that is outside of Cambodians that connects and seems to like Black people the most, in my experience. Just saying. But Jovan is someone who I do agree with something Anna's always saying to him, like, you look like you're constipated in the face, because he just always looks like he's looking for a problem or something to complain about, if that makes sense. Like he can't just ever enjoy nothing, which is weird. But he sees her house and immediately claims that he is seeing where his money is going. I said, nigga, please. This girl has a communications degree and had a great job before she met you, was working that job while she was with you. And when your relationship got serious, she stopped working at her job because you said you would take care of her so that she would be able to communicate with you more, because it's 7:52 in California right now, but in the Philippines, it's probably 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. So that's hard in communication. She's had this house. Her mama's had that store before they know you. Don't think because you send her $600 American a month that you funded her lifestyle, Negro. Because as quiet as it's kept, your broke ass is dating a woman overseas because you, even in Alabama, can't afford to support a bitch because you'd rather work in a nursing home than go get a real job and make some money. So Jovan, don't do that. I can't stand this man. I cannot stand men like him, but especially Black men like him. Because if you're going to treat yourself like the best prize of it all, like let yourself be a prize, look like a prize, act like a prize. And if you was dating a woman, not even just in America, in the UK, in Australia, in other parts of Asia, you don't make enough, Negro. So be glad that she wants you.
Absolutely.
Oh, I cannot stand him.
And based on what we're seeing, I'm almost positive she chose you because of your aesthetic.
That's it.
I'm tall, telling you, you tall, you handsome, you're good arm candy because you see her mama couldn't get enough of them. So yes, yes, I know exactly why she chose you. It's not rocket science.
It's not. But now you could tell that they're just together for a physical attraction, and this is why I tell people do not just date based on physicalities and checklists. Oh, I need him taller than me. Oh, I need him to have a six-pack. Or, oh, I need her to have her real natural hair. Oh, I need her to have a fat. Like, when you date like that, yeah, you may find someone that, sex would be easy, but nothing else will.
Yeah, but look at the other qualities. Or lack thereof.
Anna and Jovan have had not a problem in the bedroom, but they got a problem literally with everything else. They're
everything else.
They're not. But her mama loves him, and that's all that we see for today. But I would hate to invite my man over to see where I live, and he's sizing it up. So this is where my money going. What?
I would have cussed him out right in front of my mama. And
Well, he
mama,
didn't
keep your.
say it to her, so he knows the shit he be thinking is messed up. He said that shit in the confessional.
I just feel like, why do you think your money is going there, sir? Because it looks like she's had this place for a long time before you. It doesn't look like this was just something she had 3 or 4 years ago. It looks like it's just
It's
some
been
place
there
she
for a
had for
while.
a long time. So why do you think you're contributing to that? And then the pictures that he was looking at, them pictures look old as fuck. Like them pictures look like some shit
Even
she
if
did
they're
before
not
him.
old, the United States is we're the youngest nation, and we're also one of the only countries in the world where most of the population does not have a passport. In other countries, it's very common to have a passport, and people will fly in and out to different spaces like it's nothing. The Philippines, where it's situated too, she can get to Australia quickly, like that picture. Vietnam, I seen in the picture. She can get there extremely fast. Thailand's around the corner. Bali's a hop, skip, and a jump. Like she's surrounded by a lot of countries that people go to travel, and also that are considered budget travel.
Right.
Now, none of them spaces was anywhere expensive, but why are you hating on her? It's like, did you care to get to know the culture or how things work outside of anything? And then you talk about where your money going. How about she ask you where your money's going? Because she needs to ask him some questions because you worried about all of this. Negro, you said you live in a small house that's smaller than her house with 3 roommates, and you judging her shit and you don't even got your own? Can you have your own place before you judge someone else's? I think that should be a universal rule. If you don't got your own house and your own couch, don't judge nobody else's house. Just don't. Would you do that? Like,
No.
Jovan got some nerve.
Because here's the thing, my mindset is not going to be, oh my gosh, I'm going to judge the home, I'm going to judge where they come from. It's going to be, well, actually, no, I'm going to take that back because it's not too different from where he lives. It's not too different. Like when you think of the small town he's from, actually, this is about equal. This is about equal, sir. So no, actually, I gotta take that back. And then also you got your fucking nerve because you have roommates.
If you don't live on your own, you don't get to judge.
You don't get to judge. Yeah.
Situation. You just really do not. Until you know what it's like to pay a bill on your own by yourself. It's that simple. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Lord, Jovan get on my nerves, y'all. I cannot, Shani. She said fake ass Prince Hakeem. Oh God. Who is next? Oh, we didn't get that many people. So the last couple we're going to discuss is Aviva and Stig. I don't know if that girl be high. I don't know what's wrong with Aviva, but you ever look someone in the eyes and you could tell that there's just like nothing going on? Like, you know, I like to think there's a hamster wheel in all of our brains that's going. Aviva's is empty. There's a tumbleweed going by in that motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Tumbleweed. She's she lives in the place where that is here. So yeah, tumbleweed for sure. Absolutely. Tumbleweed. That girl, when I tell y'all, it's almost comical in a way because I feel vindicated when I see this. And I always say I don't like to rag about where I live because I live there too. So I get people will say, well, James, you live here as well. But the difference is I'm not from there. I have common sense. I know not to do no crazy shit like this. And then when I got experienced people around me that actually been to the place where I'm finding somebody and I'm not listening to them. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I will vouch for James, y'all. He may be in Phoenix, but he moved to Phoenix because when he graduated high school, we were in the 08, the economic depression that we were in. There were no jobs in the Bay Area that he was going to get outside of the grocery store or pizza place that he was working at. And if he wanted a future, the best thing to do was to leave. And we are still recovering from that. And a lot of people went to Phoenix, but he ain't from there. He has sense. And there's a lot of good people in Phoenix. Like, but it just seems like there's also a lot of stupid, but that's the same thing everywhere, but it seems to be extra prevalent out there. And Aviva is an example of that. She is still in Belize with Stig, and every time I look at Belize, I've really been wanting to go to Belize. It's actually a goal of mine to get there. I keep going to all these islands without people with brown skin, and I'm trying to get to an island with somebody with some brown skin. I want to go there so bad. But they're at the beach. The beach was super cool. It was a bar. And I've heard of swim up bars, like when you go to the resort and things like that. But this was a bar with tables, picnic tables in the ocean. And you walk up in the water, it comes up to like your chest or your hip, however tall you are. And then there's like a table raised up out of the water that you could put your drink on, and you could have a drink just in the ocean. We gotta go, friend.
I know, right? I saw that. I was like, oh, that's nice.
I'm trying to I tell everybody who I'm close with, we got to travel places. I need to
I was like,
travel
I
more.
wonder how they did that. Like, that's just
Super cool.
right. Like, I
Super
like.
cool.
How do you buy a piece of the water and then just build a foundation of a bar? And yeah, I definitely need to.
So
I
America's
definitely
so petty. You go to San Diego, they have a gate that is built all the way into the most dangerous part of the ocean to
right.
separate America from Mexico. But in Belize, they putting tables out, making it. Listen, that's why you got to travel. But they talk about this performance because Stig is a Belizean artist. Whoever posted him, because Stig just posted himself saying, I'm singing a cappella. I don't need a beat. And it wasn't all of that. And somebody was posting shade to him. Leave Stig alone, y'all. I don't mind Stig too much. I don't. But they're discussing the issues from his concert. He didn't like that she was on her phone. He's performing. And, when your dude performs, like when my dude performed, he acknowledges the crowd, but you can see him making eye contact with someone that he knows. I'm assuming it's so that he feels comfortable and can be centered or something. But the worst thing that can happen if you're performing is you look out into the crowd and the people you've invited to support you personally are just in their phone like this. Not even nodding her head to the music. She was just like, girl, regardless of what, you traveled hella far from Arizona to Belize. He's performing and he's flaunting you on his arm in public. Bitch, dance. Even if you do the clear lady dance off rhythm, do that. Come up out your phone. And she was upset about nothing. She was mad that he sang a song that was named after another woman that he's not with, that we don't even know exists. She got jealous because of a song. You don't date no musician, no artist, no dancer, no content creator like myself or James. Don't date nobody that has to use their personality or a talent to share with the world. You just don't date people like that if you're going to be insecure like her.
right, because it doesn't, like, for me, it doesn't behoove anyone. Like, especially if someone has to tell like a story and then you feel a way about that story. Like I'll never forget, my ex was mad because I told like a story about the person before him, and I was like,
Get over it.
I'm on it. It's entertainment. I have to do this. Like, it's a job. So he had to stop watching the YouTube because he couldn't handle it. And I'm like, ugh. So it's like, it's like, Aviva, like, seriously, that man has a past. Everybody you gonna date has a past.
Right.
And that song made him money, and unfortunately it had to have been about somebody else, but at the end of the day, that
He did
didn't
not
stop,
know you when he wrote the song.
right? And that didn't stop Travis Kelce from dating Taylor Swift. So we're not finna sit up here and act like that really is that big of a fucking deal.
Let's say, God forbid, something happened and my spouse ends up single tomorrow. He done written a few songs actually for and about me. So if the next one gets mad about that, that would be crazy. Like, if
Y'all
you
need
date
thicker
artists,
skin if that's the case.
artists write about whatever inspires them or who's in their face in that moment of their life. Okay, it's music. It's subjective. Aviva, grow the hell up. Get some sun that's not Phoenix, and maybe you'll get better. But they eventually make some type of fake ass piece, which is random. She explains that she was talking to her friend because Stig, he expresses that it wasn't just the fact that she was on the phone. Years of War 3. He expresses the fact that he didn't know who she was talking to. He never seen her in her phone like that, and he assumed that she might have been talking to another guy, which is odd. I think when a nigga assume that you're talking to somebody else when you haven't done anything to indicate that you would be talking to somebody else is because he's talking to somebody else. Nobody can make me feel different. I know that was a mouthful, but
I got what you were putting down. You're fine.
It's the truth. It is absolutely the truth. But she lets him know she's not talking to anybody else. And I also felt like he could have been manipulating her by acting that way, just to manipulate her and to stop asking about the other girl, old girl in Texas, that he was talking about and that his manager warned her about and who he wrote a song about and who he wanted to have a family with and made time to visit. He went past Arizona. Like, I don't understand how he could go to Texas, which is right next to Arizona, for another bitch, but he can't come to Arizona for you. Aviva, connect the dots. But maybe James is right about Phoenix women, because it's cheaper to go to Phoenix than it is to Texas by plane. So just, I don't know. But nothing really happens with these two. Stig actually did some stuff that I agreed with. He brought up wanting to use protection. They've been having sex unprotected because he wants a family. But after the way that she reacted and the issues they had, he's like, it's made me think, what if we are moving too fast? Let's slow down. And his way of slowing down, he says, let's use protection. To me, it's like, if you already doing to do whatever, but for pregnancy reasons, I get it. I think he's right. I think they are moving too fast, but it's like, why would you wait for her to come out there for you to like discover that? Like, y'all could say I love you without moving in and becoming obsessive and instantly planning a family. Like, you could be in love without planning a family at that moment.
Right.
It's like they didn't understand that. But Aunt Spring is coming in town. And Aunt Spring is Aviva's aunt with the long plastic synthetic ponytail, the colorless lady with the synthetic beauty supply ponytail.
I mean, bringing back the 80s. I'm telling you, girl, what the hell going on around here?
Oh, Lord. Hey, Shayna. You guys, this is the creator we were talking about earlier. We just left her live. I had a lot of fun on that live. I think I enjoy panels a lot more than doing
Same.
like lives on my own. I'm starting to learn that. But y'all subscribe to Shayna. She's got, I believe she's going to do her Married to Medicine review soon. She's also got her Bell Collective review. She put up Love is Blind. I had watched that with Miss Kira Speaks in them. They're funny. I enjoyed them all. Please go check everybody out. Support everybody Black. It's Black History Month. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. But yeah, Aunt Spring is going to be coming into Belize. They're preparing to meet her, and Stig is saying all the right things that men say when they're going to meet, the family. And Aunt Spring comes and they talk. And it comes up, and I hadn't noticed this, that Aviva's been saying I love you to Stig, but Aviva loves Stig, but Stig has not said I love you to Aviva. I had not caught that, but I am not surprised. But now that Aunt Spring is here, she's going to get to the bottom of things. Aviva, you're not going to know if this man loves you by the end of a vacation. It doesn't work that way. I don't have the time to explain it to you, but just know that love doesn't work that way. You can't say I'm on a trip for a week and I need you to know if you love me by the end of that week. It's never going to work that way.
Most of us know that, and most of us have the common sense.
I feel like she's somewhere with her mouth open, watching YouTube, listening to every recapper. So I truly hope she figures that out. Like, because she seems like a sweet girl, and she's a pretty girl. She just seemed dumb as bricks. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. She does not seem intelligent. She just does not. But Aunt Spring pulls Stig aside. And the episode pretty much ended with Aunt Spring saying to Stig, so it's nice to meet you. You seem nice. Why do you think Aviva thinks that you guys are in such a serious relationship when you're not? I said, oh, hello, Aunt Spring. I'm here for Aunt Spring.
Right, me too.
Aunt Spring. Maybe she got some Black friends that taught her things, and that's how she got that ponytail, because Aunt Spring questioned Stig, and then while she's asking him that, she put on her glasses and she's in her phone like this. Is that you? I said, now, Aunt Spring done caught evidence of Stig cheating on her niece. If I catch evidence of anybody cheating on anybody I know, like, love, if I catch you, I'm telling. I don't even got to like you. I'm telling, because nobody deserved to be cheated on.
Here's the thing. If Aunt Spring tell Aviva, Aviva's not going to believe her.
That's true.
She's not going to believe her. She's going to question it logically, but she's not going to believe it just off the grip that that's her blood aunt. So it's a little different from people, and I don't understand why people from Phoenix is like that. Because yes, if Mrs. Best told me she saw my man at the restaurant, I'm telling her to pull up because we finna do, a set it off and get it up out of there.
If I see your man in a restaurant, I'm going up to his table. I'm sending them a drink, and I'm opening up my phone and recording it all. Like, look what I say. I'm telling right then and there. But Aviva,
telling you, women from Phoenix. I keep trying to tell you.
It's like it's getting worse. And
it's like
I want you to be wrong in your statement about Phoenix women, but maybe there's something to it.
That's why I said Daniel would have did great out here. I'm telling you, he would have did great. Daniel, you must not know about Arizona. So Daniel, if you watching this recap, if you trying to get here, get you a woman from. I'm telling you, there's a shortage of men here. And the lily white ladies love them some black men out here. I'm telling you, they love y'all and they will take you in. Work 3 jobs and you ain't got to sit there, but just be pretty and give them that small one every other day. That's all you got to do. It is not hard.
A woman in Phoenix. You said they'll work jobs.
Yeah. I knew a lady. I knew a lady that was a host at Applebee's and worked at Discover with me because her husband. What was his situation? He had like a crazy situation where he was let go of his job, but he couldn't get another one for like 2 or 3 months or something like that because he had got blackballed. So they were trying to sue the company to reverse it. But she picked up a second job and paid all the bills and didn't complain. Didn't complain at all. She goes, I love working. It's my independence. I'm looking at her like, you a damn nut. Like, ain't no way in hell. You better go get your job at QT or the gas station to go work under the tables, do something. But you're not finna lay up on me just because your job blackballed you for some shit you probably did.
Oh my God. I could not. Y'all, that's all that happened with 90 Day. Next week, we will learn and watch Lisa and Daniel realize that they have been scamming each other and can offer each other nothing. So that should be fun. Maybe she'll take off the wig. We're also going to get to see, I believe Rick and Trisha are having some issues. And then we're going to get a new couple. So that tells me that maybe one of these couples is leaving. And I have a feeling Rick and Trisha will be the ones to leave because Trisha seems like she has some sense and some self-confidence. So she may leave. But we are going to now head over to James's channel. Also, be sure to tap in with Kiwan J as well as Shayna. They both have channels. We collaborate with them. They have great content. Check it out. We are going to do Potomac and Married to Medicine on James's channel now. But other than that, I am done. Good night. Shout out to the replay gang, and I'll see y'all next time. Adios.
Adios.